Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a story time that is also trans related. I mean, we just have so many of these. Isn't it just crazy? This one's very good, very scary, and just really intense and really affected my life on such a large scale. Let's just get right into it. Probably about a year ago, I worked at a place called Metro PCS. If you don't know what Metro PCS is, basically it's shitty phone service. You just kind of like pay as you go. Like, it's just like they have crappy phones. I worked at a kiosk within a mall. I just was like trying to make some coin, trying to get a full-time job. I was trying to like, you know, thrive. I'm working there. I had probably worked there for a few weeks at this point. My manager was one of my really good friends. She was training me. We worked in the kiosk. Honestly, it was like one person would work per shift, really. Like, there was very rarely two people working at the same time. So I would work alone for 8 hours in the middle of the mall in a kiosk. And the mall that I worked at was not a nice mall. It was not a nice mall at all, actually. It was pretty shitty. Just like the clientele that went there wasn't the best. I was working there, I was learning everything, things were going great, I was making friends, it was awesome. Security really liked me because they were always walking around and they would talk to us. I was, you know, learning people from the other stores surrounding the kiosk. It was amazing. So towards my end of my journey of working there was this guy. And I like kind of like worked like in the food court. So there was the food court right here and then like a little hall, and then it opened up to the rest of the mall, and my kiosk was like right in between. So like I was basically in the food court. And there was this man that worked at Taco Bell, and literally I would give him a fake name, but this bitch, I don't even know his fucking name. I literally don't even know his name. That's how little I knew about him. Like, I don't remember his name. His name, we'll just give him, I don't know, something, let's give him something gross. Frank. We'll call him Frank. I don't know why. Frank just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Sorry if any of your names are Frank. Love you the most. But anyway, so Frank worked at Taco Bell, and he just kind of was always around the mall. Like, even if he wasn't working, he was at the mall, which was always kind of weird to all of us. But like, we just didn't really think anything of it. We're like, oh, okay, like that's just Frank. Like, he's just wandering around the mall. There was like a popcorn place, and he would always go talk to this girl that worked at the popcorn place. Like, he would just stand there for so long and talk to her. I think me and him had maybe had one exchange once, and he was like, hi, and I was like, hi. Like, I don't know why you're talking to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I just have always gotten weird vibes from him. That was it. Like, I just pick up on vibes, and I got weird fucking vibes, okay? I'm working one day, and I'm working alone. I had an 8-hour shift by myself, and a lot of times I closed the kiosk, okay? So I would work until 9:30 by myself. Which, you know, it is what it is. So it was getting towards the end of my shift. It was probably like 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30. It was getting late. Frank was fucking wandering around the food court. What else is new? Frank, why are you here when your shift ended at 2 in the afternoon? I don't know. Frank approaches the kiosk and he's talking to me. And I wasn't wearing makeup that day, okay? Because whatever reason, I like to wear makeup every day. This day I didn't wear makeup. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And so he comes over. The way that he starts this conversation, he goes, oh, wow, so I noticed you're not wearing makeup today. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh, wow, you look really different without makeup. And I was like, thanks. Like, what the fuck? Are you trying to start a conversation by insulting me? Because that sure as hell sounds like an insult. Sound out in the comments below if it sounds like an insult, because it sure as hell sounded like an insult to me, coming at me for not wearing makeup. What the actual fuck, dude? What are you doing? But he's like, how's work? I'm like, it's good. It's pretty slow. I've had one customer in 8 hours. Just trying to like do some small talk, and I was just like trying to be polite, but I was also like trying to like scroll through my phone or like doodle. I either like used to draw when I was there because I like to draw and paint, or I would be on my phone on like Instagram, fucking Snapchat, YouTube, like whatever it was. I'm like giving him very short answers like, I'm not interested. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not interested in the conversation. I don't want you as a friend, and I'm not interested in you sexually. So I don't know why we're trying to like make this a thing. He is just chatting me up. And then he starts talking about sexual things, okay? And I get very uncomfortable, and when I get uncomfortable, I don't know what to do, and I typically just shut down. So, like, instead of a normal person being like, bitch, what the fuck? I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. Like, I'm a fucking little pussy-ass bitch. So, he starts talking to me, he goes, yeah, like, one of my best friends is gay. He's always trying to get with me, but like I'm just not into it. Like I just don't know why he thinks that I would be into it. Literally dead ass looking me in the eyeballs. And he goes, yeah, one time we were like having a sleepover and I woke up to him sucking my... And I just didn't know what to do, but I didn't stop him just because, like, I mean, he put in so much effort and, like, I mean, like, why does it really matter? Like, I didn't say yes to it. I was just sleeping. So, like, that doesn't make me gay, right? And I was like... what? Like, I was like, wow, I can't believe he did that. Like, that's the type of fucking responses I was giving. I was like, oh my God, no way. Like, that was me. And then he continues. He doesn't want to stop. He continues. Yeah, but like, I just don't know. Like, he keeps trying to go for it and I'm just like, not about it. And I was like, okay, yeah. And then he goes, yeah, but like, my cousin is like one of those transgenders. And I was like, oh, really? That's cool. And then he goes, yeah, he has been transitioning and he wants to get his breasts done. He wants to get like triple D's. Just keep noticing how I'm emphasizing he because that's how he was referring to his male to female cousin, okay? This is where shit, like stuff was already bad, but then it just got way worse. This whole time he's looking me dead in the eyes and I'm like trying to doodle, I'm trying to like scroll through my phone, I'm trying to like let him know I'm as least interested as possible, but I'm stuck in this little ass motherfucking cubicle kiosk and like I can't go anywhere and I'm by myself. Yeah, but like I really wish that he wasn't my cousin because like I would totally fuck him. Okay. It's like, oh, wow, like that's crazy. Whoa. And he's like, yeah, like I mean that's way different than my friend because like, you know, he's like a transgender, so like it's fine. And I was like, and at this point, I felt so fucking uncomfortable. I could not believe that this was real life. And I could not believe that these words were coming out of this man's mouth to me. Like, okay, let's just be real here. Clearly, he clocked me. He clocked me when I wasn't wearing makeup. I came to work, whatever. He clocked me. He realized I was trans. He tried to come on to me. I don't know if he was trying to, like, get with me. I don't know what his deal was. Why are you talking to me about wanting to fuck your cousin? Why are you talking to me about your best friend sucking your dick? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, I literally don't even know. I literally can't even tell. I'm like, okay, like, I'm really sorry. Like, I have to get back to work. Oh, okay, well, like, we should talk again. Like, I'm like, at this point, in this moment in time, right after this conversation, I think it's like comical. Because I'm a person where it takes a minute or two for shit to set into my, like, soul. Like, I don't realize it in the moment. Then it's like, what? Probably like 9 o'clock at this point. I'm starting to get everything, doing the money stuff. I'm closing up the store. I didn't call anybody to tell them about the situation, whatever. And so then it's about 9:30 and so I had to go to the bathroom. And very rarely do I use public restrooms, not because I'm trans and I feel uncomfortable going in the women's restrooms. That's not it. I just feel like fucking public bathrooms are repulsive. They're typically disgusting. Like, I don't want to... Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's just like not my thing. You know what I mean? I really had to go to the bathroom and I was working 30 minutes away from where I live. So I had to drive 30 minutes home. So I was like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom now. I'm not gonna make it home. I'm walking all the way on this side. Okay. and I look all the way across a big ass food court. Okay, it's a big food court. He is walking all the way on the other side of the food court. I'm literally not even fucking shitting you. And we're both walking at the same pace and both going towards the bathroom. And in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe he's not going to the bathroom. Like, maybe he's going out an exterior door, because there's a bunch of doors for employees around there too where they can exit the building. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's just doing that. And there's one hallway that leads down to both bathrooms. And really at this point, like, the mall was pretty empty. There was like a few janitors cleaning up, but there really wasn't much going on at all, okay? And so I'm walking down the hallway, and I know it. I feel it, that he's behind me. He's walking behind me, and I feel my heart just sink, because this is what, 30 minutes after he was just telling me he wanted to fuck his transgender cousin? I'm sorry, what? Like, the whole fucking situation was just so fucked up. So I'm walking down, I feel him behind me, like I can just sense him, and there's a woman's bathroom and a men's bathroom, but there was nobody around at this point, and I felt it in my soul. I was like, if I go into this bathroom alone, like, something bad is going to happen. Like, he is going to do something to me. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna be smarter than that, girls. We're gonna be smarter. So I feel him, like, walking behind me, and in this little hallway, I turn around, we make eye contact, and I just leave. Like, at this point, I was like, fuck, I'll piss my pants on the goddamn way home in my car. Like, I don't even care at that point. So I turn around, and I start walking out, and then I kind of turn back, and I see him turn, and he's just, like, looking at me. He's looking at me leaving the building. This dude was literally just trying to come for me. Like, he was trying to follow me into the bathroom after just sexually harassing me verbally. He was trying to follow me into the bathroom. Like, this is so fucked. And I get in my car, and I call up my friend Marissa, and I'm like, hey girl, this is just what happened. Like, I'm a little bit shaken. Like, I don't know what's going on. At first I thought that this was really funny. It's not funny anymore. Like, he just tried to follow me to the bathroom. I'm on the phone with her, and I'm crying. I'm literally crying my eyes out to her. And she's like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. Like, we'll figure it out. Like, whatever we're gonna do. Like, we have to tell mall security. Like, she was kind of like trying to talk me down, but also like reassure me that, like, no, this is fucked up. Like, it's not just in your head. And then so that night goes by. The next day, I come home right where I'm sitting right now, and I'm getting ready for work, and something just came over me. A wave of panic just came over me, and I start bawling my eyes out. I call my manager. I'm like, girl, I can't come to work. I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. And I told her the entire situation. She's like, that's not okay. This is really unacceptable. Like, we need to do something about it. I think I end up going into work that day. I had to close. Clearly, this guy knew my schedule. He was at the mall all the time. He knew what time I closed. He knew what kind of car. Like, do you know what I mean? You just never know. So we go to mall security. I'm telling them what happened, okay? And this grown-ass man, okay, mind you, I think at this time I was 19 years old. I was a little ass fucking girl. I'm still a little ass girl. This grown-ass man in like 40s, late 40s, literally looks me in the eyes, and he goes, well, why didn't you report it sooner? Why did you wait 24 hours to report it? I mean, clearly it didn't bother you that much. First of all, it happened the night before. I didn't wait several days. I waited till the next day, okay? I waited till the next day. And I responded with, I am so sorry, sir. But in the moment, I didn't realize how serious this was, and it really sank in, and I'm really sorry that I waited 24 hours to report this. And basically, this security was being so rude to me. They're like, we're not banning him from the mall. We're not banning him from the food court. He has no priors. This is the first incident we've heard of, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward about 30 minutes, one of the people from Taco Bell end up coming over, and they're telling me and my manager that he got fired from Taco Bell for sexually harassing the manager. I was like, are you joking my ass right now? I was like, he got fired from Taco Bell for sexually harassing the manager. And that happened like a week prior to what happened with me. So why did you get fired from Taco Bell? Yet you are still allowed in the food court. And second of all, why are you always here? Why are you always here if you don't even work at the mall? Isn't that fucking concerning? Isn't anyone else concerned by that? Because I sure as hell was. I'm like, this isn't right. Like, something's wrong. Security wasn't taking it seriously. He was walking around the mall. He kept walking past the kiosk. He kept staring at me. He was watching me. Like, I felt it in my fucking soul. And I talked to security again, and I was like, look, like, this is unacceptable. I'm having such bad anxiety right now. I don't want to be at work. I no longer feel safe here, okay? I no longer feel safe. And I said this to a security guard that was at my kiosk, okay? He goes, okay. I started tearing up in my kiosk, okay? He goes, okay, come on. Let's bring you to the security office. So we walk across the mall. We walk down this dark-ass hallway. And I go talk to this big, mean, fucking middle-aged white man again. And I'm like, look, like, I don't feel safe at work anymore. This is way too much. Like, I feel like you guys haven't done anything. I feel like you guys aren't taking this seriously. And basically, he looks me in the fucking eyes. A grown-ass man looks me in the eyes and goes, well, sorry, there's really nothing we can do. He has no priors, and honestly, you waited a little bit too long to report it. We're not gonna ban him from the mall. I felt sexually harassed by this fucking Frank. I felt like unheard and like someone didn't even fucking care about my feelings from mall security. And I felt unsafe. Not only did he say all of those inappropriate things to me, he tried to follow me into the bathroom and they literally didn't even care about it. And I have bad anxiety, really bad anxiety. I mentioned it in my last video. I, in this moment, felt a wave of heat go over my body. And I literally was like, okay, thank you. And there was this long hallway, okay? And I was walking down the hallway like this. And there was probably like a 2-minute walk back to my kiosk. And I had friends at the kiosk next to mine. And I had friends at the store in front of it, okay? And I'm not even kidding you. As soon as I step out of that long hallway into the mall, I'm crying really hard. I'm shaking. I'm physically holding myself, okay? And I'm just crying until I got to my kiosk, okay? And then I get in my fucking kiosk, which is in the middle of the goddamn food court, okay? And I'm sitting there, I'm having like a literal mental breakdown because security is not taking it seriously. They're acting like it's my fault that this man was sexually harassing me, which is so fucking just, it drives me crazy because that's not good. Like, you should not make a victim feel like it's their fault for being sexually harassed and not take the allegation seriously. Clearly, I felt extremely unsafe. Then I am bawling my eyes out. I had 2 security guards walk over. There was 2 younger security guards that I talked to a lot, and they came over and they're like, oh my God, what's going on? I was like, he's not taking my allegations seriously. And at this point, my voice is getting louder and louder. It was probably around like 12:30 in the afternoon, so the food court was pretty full, okay? Fucking comes back to me, and he's trying to talk to me. I was like, I do not want to fucking speak to you. Do not talk to me. I was like, you are not taking this seriously, as I'm like crying and fucking shaking. And he finally looks at me and he goes, okay, calm down. We're gonna ban him from the food court. He's no longer allowed in the food court, okay? He's no longer allowed to walk past your kiosk. He's no longer allowed to walk in this like wing of the mall. And I was like, okay, that's something. It's okay, like whatever, it's something. And I was like, honestly, and I looked this guy in the eyes and that you didn't take it seriously until I came out here and was having a literal mental breakdown. And he's just looking at me, and I could tell he was just fed up with me. Like, he was pissed that I was making a scene about it. And you know what's really funny is I looked at him and I said, what if it was your sister? What if it was your wife? What if it was your daughter that had someone say these things to her? I bet you would be taking it a lot more seriously, wouldn't you? And he looks at me and he's like, okay, well, he's banned from the food court. And I said, okay, good. And then fast forward 2 days, I quit that job and I was done. I was done because, 1, this whole situation of getting sexually harassed, and 2, because the fucking security to like not care and not try to prevent a situation, and to say that there was no previous allegations when he had gotten fired from Taco Bell, like sexually harassing people. Like, I just think that it was handled absolutely terribly. I think that that mall is absolutely terrible. And I am so happy that I quit. And I am so happy that I'm done with that place. And that was honestly such a traumatic experience. So that was my story time about the time that I was sexually harassed at one of my jobs. I have a few sexual harassment stories, which is actually kind of sad, but I feel like very common for women nowadays. I tell these stories in a light-hearted sense. I'm a little bit over dramatic and whatever else when I tell these stories. I take it very seriously and I don't think that it's okay. And if anyone out there thinks that I'm trying to make a joke of it or try to make this comical, that's not really it. But yeah, that is my story and I will see you guys in next time's video. Okay, bye.